Ruben, good afternoon. Thank you for giving the opportunity. I'm Bojagada. I'm basically from Mysore. I have overall 7 years of experience in IT and around 4 years of experience in ServiceNow. I have worked on ITSM model, CSM model, ITAM model. In ITAM model, I have worked on AHAM, hardware asset management, and also with ServiceNow HRST model, along with all the four models which included ATF as well. My roles and responsibility in the current company is as a status end, working as a ServiceNow QA engineer to based on the agile methodology. We have planning the story, and based on once the story is tagged to our queue, then we'll start with the understanding the story. After that, collaborate with the BA to understand the requirement. After that, starting with the testing to collaborate with the development to execute the complete testing and move to UAT. After that, we'll move to production. Before moving to UAT, I also support to the UAT demo for end user as well. And in my current project, we are following with the testing first initially. After that, once the stories move to production, after that we will start with the creation of the test cases, and also done with the automation based on the story requirement and based on the story priority if it is required for
Hey,
the
in which environment you will start testing?
sorry
In which environment? In which environment you will start testing?
in test instance only.
Okay,
Yeah. Once the
thank you,
development
please.
is completed, once the developer is completed in dev instance, he will move to the test instance. After that, I started my work as a tester.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you involved in automation as well as manual testing or
Yeah,
only
manual
manual?
testing and automation. In current project, what we are following, in a current project, we are following with the manual testing initially. Once the
Hmm.
completion of the testing is completed, when the story move to UAT, once the story completion with the deployment, we will start with the automation based on the priority of story. If required automation, from the business perspective, we will do the automation if it is possible through ATF.
Okay. So, you are working in Agile methodology, right?
Yeah, working on Agile
Uh,
methodology.
how, so, how long your sprint?
We have every 2 weeks we have one sprint.
Okay. So, what are the Agile ceremonies
We
you will
have
follow?
daily means sprint planning, sprint review, sprint retrospective, sprint backlogs, along with the daily
Hmm.
scrum call. Everything we have to discuss in the daily scrum call. Sprint planning will be story will be assigned to the developer and tester based on the priority. Story will be initiated, and after that, the sprint review will be check with the story which is possible to complete and which is possible to move to production within that sprint. If there is if any backlog, if there any like issue with if you are facing to move production, so that will be discussing in sprint review. And once completed, then it will once the deployment is done with we will start with the sprint retrospective to discuss further what went well, what which need to be go, and what need to improve based on the story and this move to production. Because some cases it will be happened if you are planning for a 10 stories in a one sprint, it is sometime it is not possible to complete 10 stories move to production because of some backlog, because of some blocked condition, a story requirement, and business response is delayed. It depends on the cases, and so because of that reason we will be planning as per the in the sprint retrospective. We will be discussing what we need to be more improvement and what changes we require to for upcoming sprint to do our best kind of.
So, do you have any idea on user story refinement?
Sorry,
User story refinement meeting. Do you have any idea on that?
resource refinement.
User story refinement.
Use refinement means like means the based on the story what we are assigned will be refined based on the priority of the story and as per the business perspective. That is what you are saying, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah, based on the business perspective, in agile methodology, we have an advantage to we can change any of the story priority based on the priority of the story business requirement. We can change the sprint planning, and in some cases, we will be immediately if it is required some urgent case of production release. During that time, also we will be working in middle of the sprint. Also, we will be do the deployment in middle of the week as well. Like some requirement need to be required based on the business requirement only. Yeah, I participated in
Okay.
that as well, and I given the support for that as well.
Okay. When will we get to know the user story assigned on your name?
When sorry,
When will we get to know the user story assigned on your name?
assigned or not?
Either in start of a sprint or mid of a sprint?
No, no. In the beginning of the sprint planning, we have
Okay.
every 2 weeks we have a sprint planning. In the sprint
Mm.
planning discussion, we will be the story will be assigned to our queue.
Okay.
If I am not participating in that
Mm.
meeting, if the so the story will be assigned to me in particularly, and after that if I open my instance, it will be shown in my Agile board. In the Agile board, I can able to view all the stories which are assigned and how many stories assigned to my queue, which are in the status based on the either it is testing or if the story is in ready, if the ready for testing, if the story is in development in progress, based on the status it will be shown. So I can able to view all
Okay.
the if I am not
Okay.
participating in the sprint planning.
So,
Yeah.
once you assigned with the user story,
Mhm.
what are the things you'll start doing?
Once the story assigned before assigned to the story, first we will discuss with BA. BA will give the small go through with the stories. What is the expectation from the business perspective? What need to be
Mm.
and what is the target to be completed within this sprint? And when the requirement this particular story going to be deployment. Some stories
Okay.
because as you know, some of the story which related to HR people cases which is related to hardware asset management. Some stories will go at a time. Means the combined with all stories and they will be deployed in the one particular change. So it will be depend. So that's the reason. First, we will understand the story which is required to move in this upcoming sprint, or is there any delays required. Look, based on that, we will understand the story first. After that, BA will give the complete highlight the requirement and business expectation. Once the story assigned to me, then I start to analyze the story, understanding the story, which is and requirement as well. Based on that, uh, we'll be doing in the meanwhile. If the story is not in my queue, then in meanwhile I am doing the automation part only, and I give the other things activities as well, like creation of user manuals for testing perspective and UAT perspective. Those things I do. When the story move to my queue, then I start to understand completely understand the story and requirement. Once I clearly understand the requirement, again I collaborate with the BA to understand the complete requirement and what is the expected result as per the testing perspective and what is the expected result as per the business perspective. Once I clear with that, I start with the testing. And if I want to continue, if I want to understand the functionality, how to execute, some cases it required to depend on development. Some like when you are running scheduled job and where the scheduled job is required, where some in some cases it required to developer help to understand the functionality wise how to do the testing. For that also I collaborate with the developer. Once I clear with all the things, then I give the complete clarification and I give the sign off to UAT. Once I give the sign, once I move the story to UAT with the once VA confirm when it move to UAT, then it is completed my end. When the UAT person is not able to clearly understand the complete the testing perspective, even though if we are sending a user manual as well, I will schedule the call with the UAT person to give the complete demo and after that he will do the testing from his end. After that I will get a UAT approval. So once the story is UAT is approved, then at the end of the last day before, we will do the staging validation. In the staging validation, we will do one more round of highlight testing, and after that it is ready for, we'll give the complete sign off for moving to production. After that it will the next day itself it will be go to production.
So, how frequently you will have release?
Sorry.
How frequently you will have the product release?
Frequently.
Product release. Either it's every quarter or
No,
once in a
every two
6 month.
weeks, every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Every two weeks,
So,
every 2 weeks, every when sorry, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. UST will be releasing, and in India early morning 6 p.m. 6 a.m. early morning
okay,
we'll be
you
doing
can
the
complete
deployment.
to production.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, um, tell me about the regression testing. How you are doing in your current project?
Yeah, in regression testing, I'm do more because what happened, some stories required enhancement. See, some stories already moved to production, and some business required some changes, some enhancement. On that cases, I need to perform regression most because I want to understand the story which is previously the working is as expected, and the what is the expected requirement that is also need to be shown as expected, working as expected. For that kind of situation I need to perform regression once. After that I run with the I test with the new requirement, and after that I give the complete sign up. And regression I regularly doing the ATF as well for mainly for the during upgrade. It is very useful, and understand where will get the story getting failed, and the what is it is missing, like for that purpose. The main purpose of regression, if the new
Okay,
new
fine.
build is
How
new.
will you do the regression? Either it's a manual testing or automation testing.
Both also I will do, like in the manually I do with the manual effort as per the story requirement, and automation I do the regression, run the test, and with the test suite we what we are previously added in the test suite, we'll run the test suite based on this. After that, if I get failed, then understand where the particular step failed after the enhancement is moved. So for that kind of we'll be do the regression. The main purpose of regression, if the new build the will not broken the existing functionality, that is what we need to conclude. For that reason
Okay.
we are do regression testing
Okay. How you are maintaining your regression suite?
in test suite only.
Where either in GitHub or in
Sorry.
your local machine itself. Where you are
In
maintaining those scripts?
in the instance only, in ServiceNow instance only, we'll be maintaining all the things, and we'll take the complete updates at backup.
Okay. So, are you familiar with any of the programming language?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the JavaScript only. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm currently I'm using a small kind of scripting if where it is required, and if small kind of scripting is required in my ATF script, at that time I can use
Okay.
and I can
Okay.
able to understand what is the
Can
purpose
you rate yourself out of 5?
for scripting. You say
Yeah.
for scripting I can give out of 5 it will be 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you share your screen and write a program to find a factorial of a number?
Factorial of number. Like in you're saying JavaScript
Yeah.
or in like glide script.
In JavaScript. So you are working on JavaScript, right?
Yeah, main more into like glide script which is required to
Okay,
incident.
fine. Anything is fine. Yeah, please go ahead. Whichever is comfortable to you.
Yeah, here I'm using to print the priority of this incident priority from the incident number by using glide record.
I ask you to write a program to find factorial of a number. Okay. What is the difference between post and put request?
Post for sending the data, put for receiving the data.
Okay, then how about get request?
Get, like if you are in the REST message, if you are using a get input, like it will be receiving the response from the third party from the
Is there any difference between put request and get request?
like in get request we will receiving once to executed we will be no we will input, we will give the input, right? We will give the input and get we will get the response. Once you, input is executed, we will get the response.
So, do you know the status codes in API, right?
API.
Status code.
um, no, not remember exactly, not sure.
Okay. So, what you have validated in Postman?
In Postman, I validated like when we integrated with the ServiceNow with Workwise. In that case, I have validated the story based on the integration. When you are executing the script in the Postman, it will it should be automatically HR case should be automatically created, and the data which we are given based on the employee ID, it should be the request on behalf of should be that particular employee name should be created with the HR case that I have to validate it with the response whether when I write the code, I'll get the response it's created deleted or based on that the script.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all manual only, not automation, all manual.
So what is the difference between test plan and test scenario? Sorry, test case and test scenario.
Test case is a like a step-by-step procedure to follow to before start with the testing. Test scenario is like what the requirement, as per the requirement we need to be understand the particular requirement. It will be like the summary of that particular story.
Okay. Can you explain the defect life cycle?
Defect life cycle, it will be like we will be to log and prioritize the based on the story, prioritize the defect. For that purpose we are using in a defect first log and resolve, so log, assign, resolve and execute, retest and closure.
Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
I was thinking like there will HR was mentioned like it will be 3 rounds. So in the first round it will be manual. After that, they will be expected more in scripting part. So I was prepared for a manual only,
Okay. No worries. Yeah, yeah, I understand.
and more into service and scripting only, because I remember those things like factorial, even numbers, and those things, but I forget it. Yeah, I know that is the basics to scripting for every, even the Java, even JavaScript.
That's why I asked. That's a syntax.
Yeah, I forget it. Some
Yeah, no
knowledge.
worries. So, what are the types of integration in service now?
Rest and soup.
Any other?
Uh, we have one more. LD, LDAP, something. LDAP is integration. That is also we have. But mainly we are using a REST and SOAP in more into REST only. Uh, so it is more flexible, and we are getting more response from the third party. We are more. I use more into the service REST message only.
Okay. So, what is CMDB?
CMDB, configuration management database. It is
Okay.
a like it's a database storage data hub for the ServiceNow to based on the configuration item. It will be a data fetch will be the will be fetching the data from this server from the database with the help of
Mm.
configuration item CI.
Okay. So, how does service now differ from Salesforce? You have any idea?
Yeah, as per my understanding, I have interacted with the one person who was using a Salesforce. They said like the similarity of the same thing, but the usage of Salesforce we required multiple platform. But in ServiceNow we have all the platform in one. Sorry, all the features in one platform. That is the one big advantage of ServiceNow. The because of that reason, people are the companies nowadays tie up with the ServiceNow and occupied with the all even though ITSM, even though CSM, even the HRSD, even the asset management, all are come under the ServiceNow only, because the one reason all the details would be available in one instance, and all features available in one platform. But in Salesforce, they require different things. Like even the for HR, they require different platform, validating with third party. So that is what, as per my understanding, when I interact with the person.
Okay.
But as per my understanding, one more thing, like Salesforce, what ServiceNow is developed based on the Salesforce, that is opposite of Sales, that is a competition for Salesforce. Yeah, there are some kind of similar features as well, but ServiceNow is more flexible in cloud.
Now, what is application?
Application is a group of modules. Application is a group of modules in ServiceNow.
Hello. What is application in service now?
I'm not audible.
Okay.
You're audible. I'm audible, right? Hello.
Mm.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. Application is a group of modules.
yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, application is a group of modules. In ServiceNow, we are using
Am
with
I
multiple modules.
audible?
Your voice is breaking.
Hello. Am I audible, right?
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Hello.
Am I audible, right?
Yeah, you are audible. You can continue the same. No issues. I'm able to hear you.
Okay. Okay, for the then what is ITSM?
IT service management.
Hello.
ITSM is a IT service management which is in the cloud to provide the IT services uh, in the organization level. We are using ITSM. Hello.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Think there is some issues.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Did you aware of the MIT server integration?
Mid server.
No. Yes.
Like in mid server, where we integrating with a third party with any of the tool during when
Hmm.
to fetching the data. It's like a bridging in a bridge in between tool
Okay.
uh, two platform. It is a bridge kind of. It's mid server we are using in during integration. I'm not much aware of that complete mid server, but we are using a mid server. I'm clear about that.
Okay. So how do you secure a API and service now?
How do you
Secure a API.
secure API? Yeah, Auth0 authentication we are using to secure the API authentication when we are doing integration with third party. Auth0 or Auth 2.0 we use for that purpose of security to the API which we are getting a response when we are integrated with the third party. During that time, we initially we go with the Auth0 and
Tell me some of the key components in REST API.
REST API and key components like um, not remember. We have
Okay,
three
fine.
components when we are adding the REST messages. And that time we
Mm.
will be having we need to configure that components. After that only we'll be getting the response from the third party. Uh, Sorry, I'm not remember that exact names.
Okay. So how will you handle the large data transfer?
Large data transfer in the case of in the integration or saying
Integration.
in integration to when you are managing with a large number of data will be based on the with secure method. Through secure method only we are following, and we are using with a database table level storage, and that kind of only will be managing with the data through data and custom tables we are following. It's required to store particular data for that.
Okay. How will you increase the test coverage
Sorry,
in your current project? How will you increasing your test coverage in your current project?
test coverage.
Uh,
Uh, um, I'm not understand the proper question.
so you'll when you start validating something, how will you what are the things you'll do? How will you increase the test coverage?
Okay,
You have using any tool or
yeah.
anything
Everything
in
through
AI?
test management 2.0 we are following. We are in the test
Okay.
management 2.0. And based on the story, we'll be updating all the things in the update only, in the instance only. We are BA will be creating the story in the ServiceNow instance. Once the story is creation, after that tagged to the all the required developer business rule and all assigned to the particular story. Then after that, once the story is updated to the development, it is in a work in progress status. After that, when story is ready for testing, it is going to be ready for testing. It will be assigned to QA. Then everything to ServiceNow instance only. We are not using any third party or any other tool for that maintaining test coverage and update the status, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you have mentioned you have total of 1+ years in IT experience, right?
Sorry.
You have more than 7+ year of experience in IT field, right?
I have overall 7 years of experience in
So,
IT.
no. So what you did before this service key engineer role?
Before ServiceNow, I work as a ERP admin, ERP consultant, ERP front-end development. So I did all the multiple roles during my first company. I work as a initially work as a ERP admin, and after that ERP implementation taken input from the end user to and collaborate with the backend developer to do the enhancement based on the requirement. After that, do the complete testing, ERP testing, and you can get ready with the user manual and give the complete demo with the end user. So this is what we are following. If where the necessity required to develop front end design part, and where the for digital marketing purpose, landing mark, login pages, these kind of have developed. After that, I even though in my 3 years I have managed with a team as a team leader as well. I done with multiple roles in that in my first company before started my service journey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks for your time.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. What will be the next step? Like,
HR will update you on this.
yeah, sure.